This is a webinar from ITWeb brought to you today by Palo, Alto, and ITWeb. We're talking about code, build, and deploy and run applications in the cloud. More specifically, how do you build an airtight cloud security posture? Because of the pandemic, there has been a jump in cloud usage by at least 25% on average per organization. But not only has there been more of a jump to the cloud, there's also been a much bigger acceleration in organizations. And one of the places we can see most of the acceleration happening is in development, is in DevOps. Basically, the guys making code out there have the advantage of using the tools from the cloud to really test things to be much more effective. But with this comes a big security risk.
We're not at our ceiling point yet in terms of cloud adoption around where organizations are going. And it's very apparent that there's year-on-year growth in terms of this. So much so that, from the research respondents, we've identified that roughly about 68 to 69% of all workloads will be in the cloud within the next 1 to 2 years. And this could be a mixture of public and private cloud, but speaks more towards the type of workloads and initiatives around cloud that are being implemented within our customer base. The initial view of cloud has been very much a view of lift and shift. So let's offset our cost of infrastructure and hand that off to the cloud provider, and let's host our virtual machine infrastructure within the cloud.
Infrastructure as code is really the only way to move forward, because it is a way to rapidly deploy cloud infrastructure without sort of the human slowdown effect. So if you consider, for example, a person manually deploying a virtual machine in the cloud via the cloud's console, that could take you, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. Whereas infrastructure as code can do that in seconds. And not only can it do it in seconds, but it can do, for example, 500 virtual machines deployed into the cloud in seconds. So the only way to move fast is to actually make use of infrastructure as code. But as I say, infrastructure as code, if it contains misconfigurations, can result in that security amplification.
Thank you very much for your time. Let me thank my two presenters. You've just heard there from Frans de Waal. He's the Prisma Cloud Sales Specialist at Palo Alto Network, as well as Gordon Bailey McEwen, Prisma Cloud Solutions Architect at Palo Alto Network. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today.